Kesineni.
Sir, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on the budget. Sir, the budget has laid out a vision of development for the next 25 years with a major emphasis on capital expenditure. The proposed capital expenditure increased by 35% to 7.5 crores, 5 lakh crores compared to last year. This is definitely a praiseworthy step. I have myself been a businessman and an entrepreneur for the last three decades and understand the importance of having the right infrastructure and capacities to achieve growth, profitability and development. But the government should also be cognizant of the current situation in the country. The country and especially the poor, downtrodden and the marginalized people of the country were reeling under tremendous stress of COVID-19 pandemic. They have suffered unimaginable losses and we cannot even begin to understand what they must have endured during the pandemic-induced crisis. It is also difficult to forget the horrors of the migrant crisis during the first lockdown or the health crisis in the second wave. Among these realities, it is saddening to know that the government has neglected the poor and the common man of this country in the budget. Sir, despite efforts to hold back data, it is common knowledge that the consumption expenditure declined for the first time in over 4 decades, even before the pandemic in 2020. And the pandemic has only worsened the situation. So, heavily relying on supply side measure to push the recovery of the Indian economy can be counterproductive, at least in short time. The principle of crowding in private investments will hold true only in the context of healthy demand for goods and services from the public. But presently, that is not the case. Further, the capacity utilization in the industry is around 65% as per the RBS capacity utilization survey. Given all this, it is not clear how principle of crowding in will come into picture. I request the Honorable Finance Minister to clarify on this aspect. Sir, I feel stimulus is needed in terms of physical measures to increase the purchasing capacity of the common man. Physical stimulus is needed for MSME sector. Relaxation in direct tax structure is needed to put money in the hands of the taxpayers so that they can spend, which will help stimulate demand and spur growth. But Honorable FM has thought it otherwise and made a courageous bet on prioritizing capex, and its consequences will only be known with the delay of a year or more. So, sir, with these preliminary remarks, and since the time at my disposal is limited, I wish to shift my focus to my state, Andhra Pradesh, and also issues relating to some specific sectors. Sir, the financial health of Andhra Pradesh is deteriorating day by day, sir. Sir, since independence to almost like March 2019, the outstanding liability or debt of the state of Andhra Pradesh was nearly 2.57 lakh crores. But in just 30 months, since 2019, the state government has borrowed nearly 3 lakh crores, sir, more than 3 lakh crores in these 30 months, pushing the state into a vicious debt spiral. Today, AP's debt burden is unimaginably rupees 5.5 lakh crores, sir. Fresh loans are being raised against the future stream of tax revenues. This is clearly disagreement with Article 266(1) of the Constitution. The current debt situation is unsustainable. Soon after YCP government came into power in 2019, they wanted 3 capitals instead of a single capital, Amaravati, for which the farmers voluntarily gave 33,000 acres of land under the land pooling upon request of the then Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu for the construction of the new capital for the residual state of Andhra Pradesh. But recently, the YCP government repealed the 3 capital bill just to monetize the land in Amaravati for 18 years, thereby planning to raise further loans amounting to thousands of crores, sir. It might go into lakhs of crores also, sir. Sir, the state government is diverting currently centrally allocated funds for the development of Polavaram and infrastructure projects, and also implementation of Manrega to meet the revenue expenditure of the state. This is disastrous to long-term capacity building and development of Andhra Pradesh. I humbly request the Government of India to intervene and restore financial discipline in the state of Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Thank
you.
Now, please.
There are some issues long pending, sir, in the AP State Reorganization Act. The Government of India has promised in the AP State Reorganization Act to give a resource gap funding of 20,000 crores. For the residual state of Andhra Pradesh, only 4,000 crores has been given, and remaining balance should be released by the Government of India, sir. I request them to release it immediately, as the state is in full crisis, sir, financial crisis, sir.
Yes.
And development of backward. Not a time, sir. I'm only one speaker in the party. So, AP Reorganization Act, there are backward district funding, sir. For few years it's not coming. That also we request for the early release, sir. And railway zones, sir. This is a promise in the Bifurcation Act. The railway zones for separate Andhra Pradesh with the headquarters at Visakhapatnam, sir. I demand the Government of India to make South Central Railway Zone operational immediately, sir. And also, the long pending special category status, sir. We were a partner of the NDA from 2014 onwards, sir. So, this was promise made by the Parliament, sir, at the time of reorganization of AP, bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh, sir. This is a long pending demand. We were not able to achieve that when we were in the government. We had 2 ministers also at that time in the cabinet, but we were not able to achieve. We came out of the government and we were not able to achieve, and the present government has come into power promising to get special category status for the state of 1-2 points, sir. I'll conclude. Only just 2-3 points important for the state, sir. So they're not doing anything concrete to get the special category status, sir. I request the government to grant special category status immediately for the state of Andhra Pradesh, sir. And also, the main point, sir, the disinvestment of Vizag steel plant, sir. Sir, this is a emotional and very sentimental issue of the people of Andhra Pradesh, sir. But because the steel plant, the people of Andhra Pradesh then have achieved it by agitations. Many people died during the agitation, sir. After that, the central government has sanctioned the steel plant to Andhra Pradesh, sir. Sir, during 2000 and 2004 period, sir, the then Chief Minister, Chandrababu Naidu, have requested the Honorable Prime Minister, then Vajpayee ji, to convert this debt of the steel plant into equity. After that, sir,
yes,
nearly for 30, concluding, sir, last one.
You put on the demand. Don't go for the history.
Yeah, we'll just. So 13 years it became profitable, sir. And because there is no proper mining for this, which is not allocated by the central government, it went into losses, and now it is running on profits with huge profits, sir. So, unlike Air India, this investment is not required for Vizag steel plant, which is a sentiment of Andhra, sir. So, I request for the government to actually take back the decision of disinvesting and privatizing Vizag steel plant, sir.
Thank you.
And also this one, sir, Polavaram project, which is a major point, sir. Our Honorable Finance Minister, in her budget speech, laid out a plan to link rivers Godavari, Krishna and Penna, sir. Actually, already the Polavaram project, which is the main project for this, last point, sir, last point, I'm concluding.
Put the demand and conclude, no?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise,
this is actual, so, without this Polavaram project being completed, sir, this, whatever vision of the Honorable Finance Minister won't be completed, sir. During our period, 71% of the work is completed, sir. Now 3% is also not completed.
Now, Dulal Chand Goswami ji.
So, one second, sir. Give me 1 minute. So now, I request the Government of India to take the project under its fold as a national project and complete it immediately, sir.
Thank you very much. Sri Dulal Chand Goswami.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.